The movie opens with a young woman named Shong. Without hesitation, she slices her own hand using a dragon bone dagger and places it onto a mysterious magical seal. The moment her blood touches it, a massive gateway begins to open, leading straight into Spirit Mountain. Standing nearby is her father, trapped behind that very seal for 500 years. Shong asks him, "Why hasn't this seal ever been broken all this time?" Her father explains something chilling. The only way to remove this seal is to go back to its origin. Only then can his soul, trapped here for centuries, finally be freed. Shong must travel 500 years into the past and stop the Dragon Master before he ever creates this seal. Using his remaining power, her father opens a time portal, sending her back 5 centuries into the past. Before she leaves, he gives her one final clue, a distinct mark on the Dragon Master's body, so she can recognize him. The story shifts 500 years earlier. We now meet Yuan, a skilled warrior traveling with his companion, arriving at a nearby village. He's here on a mission to hunt down a dangerous demon. But before anything begins, someone suddenly attacks him. It's a man named Sai Ao, and that's when we learn something important. Sai Ao isn't just anyone. He's actually the dragon prince of this kingdom. 100 years ago, his father was killed by a powerful enemy named Long Wei, forcing him to flee and survive in hiding ever since. Yuan, however, makes it clear he's not here for Xiao. His target is something else. Then suddenly, a gigantic serpent-like monster bursts out. The creature moves toward a child, about to attack. But the boy's father jumps in to protect him, and in a brutal moment, the monster takes him down, right in front of everyone. The creature begins tearing through everything, heading straight for the child again. But this time, Xiao steps in, attacking the monster and pulling its attention away. The beast turns toward him, furious, and the fight begins. Then, Yuan steps forward. Now, it's a full face-off. Yuan versus the monster snake. Using the power of his ancient staff, he strikes back. And finally, the monster collapses, defeated, unconscious. And this is where we learn the truth. Yuan isn't just a demon hunter. He's a dragon master. But just as things start to calm down, something strange happens. A sudden sound echoes through the sky, and a portal opens above them. From it, Shong falls into this timeline. And right here, because of the disturbance in time, Yuan's powers suddenly transfer into Xiao. At that exact moment, the unconscious monster begins to wake up again. Yuan tries to stop it, but realizes he can't. He's become just a normal human. After a moment, Yuan's companion Hulu tries to force Xiao to return Yuan's power. But Xiao is completely confused. And when Hulu grabs Xiao aggressively, Yuan feels the same pain. Yuan and Xiao are now connected. Whatever happens to one affects the other. Yuan pleads with Xiao to give his power back, but Xiao explains that his dragon scale has been destroyed, and because of that, his own powers are gone too, which means they're both stuck like this. Frustration builds, and Hulu blames everything on the mysterious girl who just appeared. So they wake Shang up and demand answers. Shang, still processing everything, realizes she really did travel 500 years into the past. And when she sees the mark on Yuan's hand, everything clicks. This is him, the future's Dragon Master, the one she came to kill. Meanwhile, far away, we see Long Wei, the powerful demon lord, furious that the dragon prince is still alive. To handle the situation, he summons 2 dangerous beings. Long Wei gives an order. Capture the dragon prince within 3 days, alive. Back with our group, the village chief tells Yuan there might be a way to restore his powers. It involves something called the reverse scale, a powerful dragon relic said to be under the control of Elder Changji. This artifact holds immense energy, but also great danger. Still, Yuan and Xiao make their decision. They're going after it. The group keeps moving forward, guided by a map, heading toward the location of the reverse scale. But Shang's mind is anything but clear. She's confused, conflicted, constantly questioning why her father was connected to Yuan in the future. Night falls, and the group takes shelter in an abandoned house nearby. Yuan sits alone, clearly frustrated. Without his powers, he feels useless. Seeing this, Hulu does something unexpected. He transfers a portion of his own energy into Yuan's magical staff, giving him just enough power to defend himself if needed. Later that night, everyone falls asleep. Shang wakes up, sensing something strange. For a moment, she panics when she sees Hulu suddenly move, but then realizes he's just sleepwalking. Relief, but only for a second, because right after that, a female demon appears. This is CG, one of the twin demons sent by Long Wei. She begins her attack immediately. Shang jumps in, fighting CG head-on and forcing her back, using her dragon bone dagger. CG disappears, and then reappears again, attacking from above. Hulu quickly uses his magic to shield the group. Now, CG isn't just attacking, she's moving like a shadow. Yuan uses his staff and strikes at the exact moment she materializes, and this time, she's injured. The group escapes into the forest, barely getting away. Elsewhere, CG returns to Long Wei, asking for another chance, but Long Wei doesn't tolerate failure. Without hesitation, he eliminates her and sends the other twin demon, her brother, to finish the job. Back with the group, they finally reach Spirit Mountain, but something is wrong. The place is completely empty. Inside, they find Elder Chong Ji meditating peacefully. But before they can even speak, Hulu accidentally touches something, and instantly, the group is trapped, restrained. When they wake up, they're no longer in the same place. Instead, they hear a disturbing voice, welcoming them to a world built on fear and illusion. This is the domain of Ji, a being that feeds on emotions, twisting thoughts, trapping people inside their own darkness. The group gets pulled into separate illusions. Xiao finds himself face to face with an evil version of himself, a version that mocks him, humiliates him, reminds him of everything he's lost, his power, his family, his pride. Meanwhile, Yuan realizes what's happening and makes a bold move. He enters the illusion himself. He fights the corrupted version of Xiao. Countless demonic forms begin surrounding him, trying to take control, even taking Shang's appearance to confuse him. But Yuan resists. Outside, Hulu urges Shang. Only she can bring Yuan back. And Shang, seeing Yuan on the verge of collapse, she reaches him, calls out to him, and pulls him back into reality. Yuan is saved. Elder Chang Ji then reveals the truth. Many have come here for the reverse scale, but none survived because they were consumed by their own darkness. But this group, they made it through, which means their hearts are still pure. Then suddenly, they're back in the illusion world, and now Chia Luoji attacks directly. The group struggles, barely holding their ground, but working together, they finally manage to trap and launch Chia into the air, and Yuan delivers the final blow. The illusion shatters, and the reverse scale is finally freed. Xiao absorbs it, and his power returns. At the same time, Yuan's abilities begin to come back as well, but something's not right. His power isn't fully stabilizing. Hulu quickly understands. Yuan has lost his true balance, his inner state as a dragon master. Until he regains that, his powers won't fully return. So for now, Hulu holds on to that energy. Later that night, the group rests again. Everyone is relieved. They succeeded. But Shang, she can't hold it in anymore. She finally reveals the truth. She's not just some relative. She's from the future, and she's actually Yuan's daughter. She admits everything. She came here to kill him because in her timeline, he's the one who sealed her father. But now, after everything she's seen, she doesn't believe that anymore. And even more shocking, she's fallen in love with him. Yuan is completely shaken, confused, hurt. But before anything else can happen, the twin demon's brother strikes, captures Xiao, and takes him straight to Long Wei's temple, chained and forced to his knees. Long Wei already knows everything. He had the village chief tortured for information, and once he got what he needed, he killed him without hesitation. Xiao watches it all, helpless. That anger starts boiling inside him. Meanwhile, Yuan, Shang, and Hulu follow the trail left behind, reaching the temple soon after. A chaotic fight breaks out instantly. Shong jumps into action, holding her ground. Hulu backs her up with his magic. This isn't just another enemy. This is the one who destroyed kingdoms. He overwhelms them. One by one, he knocks them aside, like they're nothing. Then Long Wei turns his attention to Yuan. Yuan collapses. Shang refuses to back down. Even knowing she's outmatched, she fights with everything she has. But Long Wei is too strong. He sends her crashing aside with a single blow. Xiao remembers something, a realization. There's only one way to defeat Long Wei. He returns willingly to the world of illusion, to Chia Luo Ji, and offers him a deal, his body, in exchange for power. Power strong enough to defeat Long Wei, and this time, he accepts it knowingly. Back in the real world, Long Wei prepares his final attack. He moves toward Yuan and Shang, ready to finish them both. And just before he strikes, Xiao awakens. In a single sudden moment, he attacks Long Wei, and just like that, Long Wei is defeated. But victory doesn't feel right, because now, Xiao turns toward Yuan. The dark power inside him wants more, trying to take him over next. Shang steps in front of Yuan, trying to stop her father, trying to bring him back. But the corrupted Xiao doesn't hold back. He strikes her hard. She collapses. He moves again, targeting Yuan. But Shang takes the hit for him. In Yuan's arms, Shang takes her final breath. Everything goes silent. Yuan just holds her, frozen, broken. And in that moment, something inside him changes. His true balance returns. Yuan uses everything he has, his staff, his energy, his will, trying to drive out the dark force controlling Xiao. But it's not enough. The power inside Xiao is too strong. And as Yuan keeps pushing, he starts losing control himself. The darkness begins pulling him in too. Seeing this, Hulu makes a decision. He sacrifices himself. Using all of his remaining energy, he creates a powerful magical seal, giving Yuan one final chance. Yuan uses that seal and traps Xiao inside it, not destroying him, because he can't be destroyed, only sealed. The battle ends, but at a cost that feels unbearable. Hulu is gone. Shang is gone. Xiao sealed. Time passes. Years go by. And one day, Yuan returns to Spirit Mountain, standing in front of the same place where it all began. He asks one final question. Is there a way to fix this? To change what happened? To save them? And this time, he doesn't hesitate. He opens the path again, steps into time itself, and goes back to where it all started. And finally, he sees her again, Shang, alive. Yuan smiles for the first time in a long time, because maybe, just maybe, this time, things will be different. And with that, the story comes to a close.